Hey y'all, welcome back to my page. Welcome to the replay. Hi friends. If you don't see a red box above my head over to the left or the right-ish, if you don't see it, then that means you're catching the replay. But if you see it, that means I'm live right now, y'all. So interact, do all the things. But if you don't see it, just comment hashtag replay. We're going to use some patches. Y'all, I just got home and I threw this together. And thank goodness with the little inspiration of the World Wide Web, we got a project, y'all. All right, so let me get this going. That is wrong. Of course it is, y'all. Okay, so let me see. What should we make the keyword tonight, y'all? How about we do... let's see. Select. Okay, I have two different sizes of patches we're going to use here tonight. I just have to find the opening of them. How do I open them? So, y'all, we're going to do a little bit of Christmas in July because why not? I'm going to grab one of each of the patches. We're going to use them a little bit differently. These patches can be ironed on to something that you are creating, friends. But we're not going to iron them on. No, we're just gluing them. We're keeping it like basic, okay? But first, I'm going to take a 9x12 box frame, and I've got to scoot back. This entire room is completely shifted. The dog's in my way. I just got home. I'm a bit frantic, y'all. So I am taping off the edges of this frame. We have two frames. By the way, one is 5x7 and one is 9x12. I do have something on one side, because, you know, let's just, like, not waste, right? Okay, so I'm making sure that I have the corners and the edges and all the things. Let me just go find y'all because I have no idea what is happening. There's everybody. How are you? Y'all, it's been a great day. Like, really good day. So, when you hop on, say hey, hit the heart button, and guess what, y'all? The keyword is festive because we are doing Christmas in July. And I am very all over the place right now because I just walked in the door. So, away we go. So, we are going to use one of our new colors that, according to y'all this morning, was very popular for my question of the day. Cherry. We're going to use cherry. We're going to paint with cherry. And I am just going to tape off my edges to protect the outer frame area. Okay? Last night was fun, y'all. Thank you so, so much. Several of y'all are still messaging us your order. Completely fine. Just make sure you send the item number and the email address. Zach has been busy. All right, see what I did? Okay, so now I'm just going to kind of, I don't know, fold over the sides a little bit just so my tape's not in the way. Just kidding, not on that one. Don't use the fabric scissors. Cut a little slit there, fold, fold, okay? Now, I'm going to hop over here and do the same thing on this one, and don't do that, okay? Hi, Brenda Perry. Much love to you, friend. Okay, so let's do this. Tape, tape. I'm just doing this, y'all, for safety reasons, because I don't want to paint my sides. And because I just got home, I had absolutely no time to prep, y'all. Dylan has a friend over, and I took all the boys, including mine and the friend, out to dinner. So, that is why I am the way I am. But I really think that y'all are going to like this. So this is going to start your Christmas inspiration, hopefully. Well, actually, Zach kind of did that last night with some of his limited Christmas cutouts. Either way. Hi, Janet Opals. Thank you so much for the stars. Yay. Peggy, I'm not sure. You'll have to check the website. I know, my cute little friends with the glasses, y'all need me to paint those to give you some inspiration. Yes, I put the family of them right back here. And y'all, the replay of the sale for the cutouts is still on. Ooh, these are so cute. I'm just in love with those. They're like my friends. Okay, so next step, we're going to paint these. One we're going to paint cherry, and one we're going to paint eucalyptus. So let's begin that. Keyword is festive, because we're doing Christmas in July, because why not? We can, right? You do you. I'm just going to do me. So what we're going to do is open up our jars, and we are going to spray. Well, I'm not going to spray just yet. I'm going to wait a second because I need to see if this is the right consistency. All right, here we go. Ooh, y'all, that's so pretty. Holy cow. Like that, cherry is gorgeous. So this is one of the new En Vogue colors. En Vogue just basically means that they don't stay around forever. It's not one of your basic colors or one of our standard colors that we offer. And they just came out July 11th. So there's 4 different brand new ones, and then they brought back the glow in the dark. So y'all need to go check that out. But I did put the colors that we're using tonight in the link. Whenever you type in the word festive, you will receive a message from A to Z Designs. That's us. I'm Amy, and my husband is Zach. And there will be some buttons to push, y'all, because who doesn't like pushing buttons? Just click on Shop Products, and you will see all the stuff that you can select from. Option-wise, click on Chalk Products. Okay, so check it out. We painted it cherry, y'all. Okay, done with cherry for now. See how fast that was? Let's see how fast I can paint this one. Woohoo! I know, Michelle, it's crazy. All right, let's do, why not? It allows me to get a wider, I don't know, wider area with a wider brush for a larger surface. This is 9 by 12. Okay. She didn't look at your sign tonight. What are you talking about, Deb? Oh, I didn't. You know why? Because Zach removed it from the desk. He took it off the desk. All right, so this is eucalyptus. Very pretty, y'all. Very pretty. And it is going on here really nicely. So let's say that you had a jar of paste, eucalyptus, for example. You already have it. And let's say you haven't used it in a while, and you open it up, and it's not as creamy and dreamy as like a sour cream yogurt-like consistency. Okay, all you would need to do is spray a little bit of distilled or purified water in there and stir it up, okay? Work it, just kind of work it to get it going, to get it to the consistency that you want. But don't add too much water because you don't want it to be like an acrylic type consistency, okay? All right, so I'm going to go over this with this brush back and forth just to try and get some of those brush strokes. Woo! Okay, nice and even. All right. I know, freezing up, y'all. I'm so sorry. Loopy, loopy, loop. All right, so now what we're going to do is hop over to our patches. And y'all, I grabbed 3 transfers and they're brand new. So we're going to start with this one. Check this out. This one's Festive, December 25th, and Merry. And yes, I know it is July 13th, and we are creating Christmas. But guess what, y'all? It's Christmas in July, and I can do whatever I want. So I'm going to take this out, set this over here, and then we're going to use this one. This one has a bunch of cool stuff. So this one's called Holiday Words. Okay? I know. Right, Rach? Thanks, Rach, for helping out. So, Holiday Words, size A. But what we're going to do is take our transfer trimmers. Isn't that cool? And see these white lines going across the transfer? We're going to cut those. I just like to slide my thumb to catch it on the sticky part of the transfer, to lift it up and hold my thumb in between the lines. I'm sorry, in between the transfer and the backer sheet. So like the back of the white sheet is the backer sheet. And I'm going to write back on these before I forget. Just like that. Okay, so I'm going to let it dry. Hi, Lorena. Hello from Tennessee. Yes, thanks, Linda. Okay, so I've got 3 lines there. And then we're going to use this one. I'm going to use Happy Holidays. So I am only right now going to just cut along the lines that go right around those 2 little pieces of transfer that I'm going to use. I don't know how else to say this. I'm not going to cut it all up tonight. Okay. So let me put this back, and I'm going to put, did I say Merry? I'm going to use Happy. Happy, happy. Okay. There's that. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to close this, and we're going to get out something else. Hold on. I'm making a mess. Yes, the new material is great of the transfers. Okay, so I made a mess there. We're going to grab black, and we're going to grab copper and cherry. Okay, so y'all hit that heart button. Don't forget to do that. Do me a favor right now and sprinkle out this video. Share it to all your friends. Okay, ready and go. So we're going to grab our big patch. Okay, let me move all these. I got to move my little friends out of the way. Move. All right, so we're going to do Merry up at the top, okay? Now, check this out. I'm putting this on what's called a textile, okay? I want it to stick really well to the textile. My shirt's a textile, my hat's a textile. So I'm not going to fuzz this because I want it to stick. So I'm going to drop that kind of somewhat in the center. Like so, okay? See how the corners are still sticking up? Then what I'm going to do is just press down to make sure that it stays in place. Then I'm going to do December 25th, and we're going to put that right underneath. So here's what I'm doing. I'm looking to see where the bottom of the 2 and the 5 stop in comparison to my stitches, as well as the top of the M up to the stitches. So I think I need to move my Merry up just a tad. Merry. Okay, I think that's good. We're just going to do that. All right, so I'm pushing it down, making sure I don't have any air bubbles, right? Okay, then we're going to do, we're going to do Merry and the Cherry. Merry and the Cherry, y'all. And we're gonna do let me concentrate here a second. Please hold. All right, I'm gonna make sure that I get that onto that patch, okay? Then I'm gonna do 25th down here at the bottom in the cherry. Nothing rhymes there. Then I just totally went over December where I was going to do it black. So I'm going to stop what I'm doing because I've already ruined. Didn't ruin it, but I'll show you what we're going to do to fix it. That's what happens. All right, so I'm going to peel this off. Okay, just like so. Now, when I lifted that up, the 5 and the very, very, very corner was lacking paste. All right. So I'm going to lift this up. I'm going to set this over here on my little mat. I'm going to do the same thing. Lift up that. And I'm going to set this aside. And what we're going to do, y'all, I'm actually going to clean these and we're going to put that down again. So you can go over it in black. Or you could just get another patch, but it is what it is, right? So I thought about it, Deb. I thought about it. I know, I'm freezing up. Oh no, Michelle. It's okay, y'all. It is what it is. The replay is like perfect, right? Okay, so I'm doing that with a white. I'm going to flip it over. No, I'm going to leave it like this. What I'm going to do is spray it again, grab a board eraser, and clean off all the rest of that paste that is in the screen, okay? Just like so, and then we're gonna flip it over and we're gonna do the exact same thing, okay? Thanks, Connie. Flip it over. And then we're gonna clean this. Sorry for the terrible noise. Hopefully I don't scare your pets. And then we're gonna dry these off because we're gonna do something else. We're gonna lay this on top of that after it dries to fix it. I mean, I could have done all of it red, but guys, guess what? Okay, so there's that. We need to make sure that this is dry before we do that, okay? I know it is, right? The patches, I believe, come 3 to a pack, Denise. All right, so what we're gonna do is lay this back down, try and line it up with where I wanted to put the black, and see what happens, okay? So I'm gonna line this up right here. But y'all, you have to stay tuned as hard as it may be, because I'm about to show you a new transfer that will blow your mind as what you can do with it. This one. Let me show you how we're gonna make plaid out of this. Okay, we're gonna do something with that. All right, let's see how this works. Let me line this up. And let's go over that with black and see what happens. Since I didn't want it to be cherry. And clearly I wasn't paying attention. So. Yes. Okay, so check it out. See, we went over it, y'all. All right, done with that. I'm gonna set that transfer down for a second because I have the dog over here suffocating me. I've got all this stuff on my desk. Can't move. Can't move the fur baby, right? Can't move the fur baby. All right. Yes, Deb, I'm about to show you what you can do. Now, I lost a piece of the transfer because it's stuck on this one. It's a great day, y'all. It's a great day. Yes. Pattern transfer. All right, so I just basically cleaned off the water that we used to clean it off, like the dirty water, right? So let me put these back where they belong. And now we're going to focus on the little patch, and this one's going to say, happy, itty bitty, happy, maybe if I put holidays down first. Happy holidays, y'all. Christmas in July crafting. It's a great day. It's a great day. Okay. So this one's going to be black. I'm going to try not to go off the transfer. Don't mess up. Okay. Then we're going to pick it up. Come on. Lay it back down because I missed some. All right. I'm going to set this over here on my mat. I'm going to move this because that is just going to end up getting really dirty. Then I'm going to put happy right on top of that. Yeah, it's not straight, but that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Now I'm going to put shimmer copper right up here where it says happy. Okay, itty bitty squeegee. Then I'm going to try and pick it up. Boom. Happy holidays. Okay? Y'all can use whatever colors you want. That is what I've decided to do, and I'll tell you why. So when you go shop our website, Chalk website, you will notice that if you hover over the transfers, that you also get like inspiration with finished pieces. Well, y'all, if you go look for this stripe transfer, you're going to find the exact same thing that I'm doing tonight. Exact. Now, pretty much same colors and everything. But y'all, you choose whatever colors you want to use. But use the online website to your advantage to get inspiration. It really, it helps. Okay, so check that out next time. Hi, Beatrice. My Y did not show. Oh, you're right. I need to lay it back down. Thank you. I got ahead of myself. I'm using Shimmer Bambi. So, right here, what happened is, and I've already sprayed this. Let me see if I can do this. Ooh, I know what I can do. Hold on. I'm going to grab a little bitty tiny brush. The Y has a tail. Hey, I don't do perfect around here, y'all. All right, so I just want to make sure these are dry before I show you this awesome way to do this stripes and plaid transfer. It is low quantity, y'all. It's already low quantity. I don't know. I need to check to see if it's like low quantity 3 weeks, like tomorrow. Yeah, hey, Daylene. I see that, Shirley. Okay, but we're not going to remove our tape from our surface when we do this. So I really need to make sure that my corners are dry. So what step do we need to take next? We painted our surface. What happens next before we lay the next transfer down? Anybody? Anybody? Okay, so this is going to be my next step, just because. Right, Michelle? Boom. Thanks, Beatrice. So I'm just going to take a paper towel and kind of run it over these edges, these corners. just so that I don't have a bunch of paint gooped up. Now I already see wet paint right there. Hold on. Dry it. Really good, y'all, because if you have a glob of paint and you go to put this wax down, it's going to smear everywhere. And you're going to be mad at yourself because you took a shortcut and you were lazy and you didn't dry it off. Just saying, yes, wax. You can sand if you want, yes. All right, so I think I'm good there. Let's check out this one. Let's just do maybe both at the same time. This one looks good. Let me just take my little paper towel and go in the little corners just to make sure. Okay, I think we're good. So I've got my happy and I'm done with the black. We're gonna open the white for our next step, okay, after we wax. So let me close all these up. We're gonna grab our wax and get these taken care of. All right, wax. Anytime that you paint a wood surface and you're gonna lay another transfer on top of it, the transfers are sticky, you want to apply wax to help prevent the paste or any type of paint that you use to paint your surface from coming up. That's what you're trying to prevent. Okay, and on the box frames, y'all, there's like these little bitty tiny grooves, divots, holes, not really holes, but the wax goes in those and kind of fills them in to get your surface even more smooth, okay? All right, let's do the cherry. Just like so. Hopefully, this works out. So comment the word festive and you can go get all the supplies. All right, there and there. So what we're gonna do now is set these aside because I need to do one thing because I'm gonna need to use this big mat after I use this big transfer that I'm about to get out. So I'm gonna just clean that with a wipe, get the shimmers off of this one, take the board eraser to remove the rest of that paste, flip it over, spray it, take your board eraser, and do the same thing, okay? Just like so, grab a paper towel and dry them off. Because then we're gonna put these right back on their home. Okay, so I need to have this ready to go after we do what I'm about to show you. Okay. All right, so here's where happy goes. So now we're done with these, okay? Brand new transfers, y'all. Start your Christmas decor off early. All right, let me go down here, grab my transfer. We're gonna take it out. So I like to take this little fold and just crawl my fingers across and pull it out. And I'm gonna lay it face down first because it's gonna remind me, usually, this is the back. You like that? I remembered. Okay. So, now that that is done, it may smear a little bit until it's dry, okay? But now what we're gonna do is peel this off. I'm just gonna bring it here, pull a corner, but then bring my fingers to the center. And I am going to take it about halfway off of the backer sheet and grab a fuzzing cloth. And I'm going to fuzz it a little bit, okay? Because this is a large transfer and it is brand new. Some of y'all don't, like these big ones intimidate you, but I try to show you different ways to like work the system so that you're not taking it off the entire thing off at once. Okay, so just like so. So all we're doing is applying lint to the back so that it's not as sticky. Okay, we want it sticky, but not crazy sticky. All right, so now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna leave this down, right, like so, and I am going to peel off this entire backer sheet. Okay, I personally have 2 of these. You don't have to have 2 of them. But if you want, they're not much, y'all. These are called fuzzing cloths. They are in the supply list whenever you comment festive. Okay, so I'm going to carefully lift this off. And now we have the entire thing exposed with the sticky side facing up. Okay, so I'm gonna go diagonally. Take it off slowly. I have noticed that if I go and yank this fuzzing cloth off like fast, that's whenever like the breeze catches it and it folds on itself and all the bad things happen, okay? So just take your time and pay attention, all right? Okay, y'all ready? One more, okay? So now what I'm gonna do so that I can take this and kind of maneuver all my things that are over here on my left, I'm going to lift this off the table and I'm going to fold it to where it is sticky side facing out so that I don't get it stuck. And I'm going to bring my frame over here and we are going to lay this. We're going to lay this down just like so. So we're going to have to clean this in between. So I'm going to make sure my tape is down, not sticking up. Okay, so I'm going to do this and see if I can get this centered a little bit. Or straight, I guess I should say. Yeah, I think we're good. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around and I'm going to kind of push the transfer in the creases of my frame. Okay, it's not going to be like, I don't know, perfect. But as long as it's sticky, y'all, it will work with you. Okay, so it looks like it's like, woo, all sticking out. All right, so then you're going to make sure that you don't have any major air bubbles. If you do, you just need to lift that side that's closest to it and then lay your hand down as you smooth it out. Put your hand on it and then push to smooth it out. All right, here we go. Y'all, say a prayer. All right, let me see if I have any more white. Let me grab a stir stick. Maybe if I stir some of this. Oh yeah, we're good. Never mind. All right, so I'm gonna just lay some paste down like so. Grab a small squeegee and we're just going to take that paste and drag it over the silk screen. Okay, kind of working the corners or working the edges. Just like so. Y'all see that? Now, the more paste I have on my squeegee, I'm going to pick it up and kind of place it to where I don't have any at all. Okay? Just kind of work over your surface and don't leave a whole lot sitting in one spot. So now I'm going to turn it and I'm going to work this direction. That's just easier for me. It's more natural. Okay, take this all the way across like this. Get my edges, get my corners, and y'all, we should be good, hopefully. All right, let's see what happens. We'll peel it from the center. Hold your frame down. Okay, so that is step one. Okay, y'all see that? All right, Let me just make sure that this doesn't get crazy. So I'm going to fold it to where it's sticky side facing out. And I'm going to clean this. I have to in order to do the next step. So I'm going to move all this. So I would recommend normally that you would just take this to the sink. Okay. And look, it got stuck to itself, y'all. It's fine. I'm fine. Part of it is because of this little section right here. All right, normally I would take this to the sink and we would just run it under the water and take your board eraser and clean it off, okay? But I don't have a sink in here, so I want to show you how this is done. So I'm going to grab a couple of wipes and we're just going to start wiping the white paste off of the silk screen, see? Just like so. This is, what is the word? What is the word? It's not harmful. What is the word, y'all? Washable. Okay, so now I sprayed it again. And so now I'm going to take my board eraser and just clean out all of the stripes so that I remove the paste from the screen so that when we go to do this again, it's not clogged, okay? Now, I have a lot of water sitting there. I'm going to take a paper towel and just take it off, all right? And there goes my board eraser down on the ground. I really need like an assistant tonight, y'all. But my assistant is busy at work. So, hard at work. All right, so now I'm going to flip it where it's sticky side up and spray in that area that we had the paste on it, okay? Now, don't use wipes on the sticky side. Use only your board eraser. Just like so. Okay? Then, take your paper towel. Yeah, cutting like a madman. Yes, he is. All right, so check it out. So now I'm just cleaning off that dirty water. And guess, okay, so I'm going to ask y'all, what do we need to do next with this transfer? What do we need to do next? Besides, fold it to where it's sticky side out. What do we need to do next? Yes, thanks, Rach. You are. Oh, yeah, you're the assistant with the comments. Yes, we need to fuzz it again because, y'all, we cleaned off all that fuzz when we fuzzed the transfer. So, spin it around. Slowly peel it off. Look, I mean, it is like so sticky now that I cleaned it, which is good. That's what we want. The fuzz reduces the stickiness. And this, once you clean it, comes back to life. Okay? Hi, Barbara. Dry, yes. Yes, Vivian, look at you, girl. Vivian's got next steps. All right, so this is like way sticky. So let me try something. All right, so I think we're good there. All right, so what Vivian said is, I'm gonna lay this right over here, sticky side up. We need to make sure that this is dry because we want to dry it and then we're going to apply wax because we're layering paste on paste. And I just hopefully remember to lay the stripes the correct direction. And I think we're good, y'all. Okay, so we're going to wax it. Yes, y'all are doing so good. Festive is the key word. Wax again so that it doesn't pick up our layer number 1 of paste, right? All right, here we go. We already waxed this one. I want to do something real quick. I want to see if I can use the very edge of this. We're only doing one direction on this one. This might work. Okay. Press in the center, push out. Hear me out, y'all. I'm gonna try and use this transfer one more time. Like, this is the one time. I'm gonna use the tiny, tiny corner of this to see if I can make it work. So right now I'm just pushing away those air bubbles. All right, we're gonna do the exact same thing. Go in with our small squeegee, and we are going to, we're just doing one direction of stripes for this one, just to show you the different looks that you can do with this transfer. This is a brand new pattern, and it is low quantity, and it can be found under What's New. I already have an air bubble, I see it. Go away, air bubble. All right, this is gonna be a little difficult to turn, but we're gonna try it. Or just work upside down, either one. Okay, pick up all the excess. Lots of excess chilling on this board. Okay, slide this back in, and we're gonna lift it very carefully. I'm going to, how am I gonna do this? No, I'm gonna go this direction. So yeah, I had a big air bubble, but it's fine. Okay, so I'm going to lay this over here, sticky side up for a second. See the air bubble right there? It's fine, I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so now we're gonna do this the opposite direction. Woo-wee. So I'm gonna lay it down just like so. Yes. Okay, good. That worked, y'all. So glad I left my tape on. Now I just need to make sure that it's straight. And even if it's not the end of the world, right? All right, so I'm going around the edges. Trying not to get this paste on my shirt. Maybe too late. All right, just like so. Oh, I can already see it coming to life, y'all. It is a process, y'all, but you don't have to use it like this. But this has me so excited for this transfer. What I'm about to show you. All right, here we go. So we're gonna do the exact same thing that we did the other way with the stripes the other direction. Same exact thing to create that plaid look. Go all the way to the corner. Swipe, swipe, swipe all the excess up so that you can lay it back down on another section of your board. Save as much paste as you can. The paste does go a very long way. Now let's come over here and do this. I hope y'all are excited to see this. I need to turn on my glue gun, but it wasn't charged. Imagine that. Go. All right. Here we go, y'all. We're almost done. Are y'all excited? Drum roll. Drum roll, please. Okay, now I'm going back and I'm getting all of the excess off. Don't forget that. Okay. Whoop, whoop. All right, I'm done with the white. Let me close that, get it out of my way. Here we go. Ready? Look at that. Y'all, check that out. Oh, it looks like wrapping paper. How did the patches get under here? Oh, and look, y'all, look what I noticed underneath my patch. I have a red line. Okay, so this is going to the sink this time, but not right this second. All right, let's dry these, and then we'll remove our tape. This one might be dry already. We'll glue our patches, and I have now inspired you to go create. And don't forget, use the online catalog for inspiration with the pictures. That's exactly where I found this. Right there, when you type or when you go to this transfer, there will be a picture. And it's exactly what we created. Colors and all, y'all. Okay, so here we go. Let's dry this. Glue gun is heating up. Glue stick is out. Look, it's so cool, y'all. Oh my gosh. Y'all go get that. It's low quantity. It's going to go out of stock. Thank you. Yes. Yes, the transfer is going to sell out. Yes, for sure. It's only been live for 2 days. So y'all, it's going to be bye-bye. All right, I think that's dry. Just kidding. Don't take shortcuts. And then we're going to stick our little stuff. My line of paste at the bottom. Oh, yes, Bambi. Thank you, dear. Thank you, dear. Spray the transfer, and the dog's going to get wet. Thanks, Bambi girl. All right. Dry. Dry. Now, I will tell you that we have this amazing, let me show you, this red one right here that has the air bubble. Let me see if I can find it. But we do have something that's called a detail tool. I don't know that it'll work perfectly, but it has this little tip. And you could try, oh my, I'm a mess. Removing some of the paste in those lines. Kind of scratching it off of the surface. Kind of makes it a little bit better. If it really bothers you, y'all. But you know what? You know me. Looks a little better, right? So, anyways, that's called the detail tool. Just in case you wanted to know. All right, so this one we're going to glue down here. You could add greenery if you wanted to, but you just, I don't know. Now, there is a, well, I could have taken it off, but it's fine. There is like a little thing you can peel off on the back. Okay. All right, let me get my glue stick in here. And let's put this one right in the center. So what I'm talking about is if you were going to iron these on, you would just take this off. And it's got like that shiny, it's going to adhere to your, whatever textile it is you're going to use. I don't know if you should take it off or not if you're just hot gluing it, but I just showed you, you could do it either way. So there's that, y'all. Look, now how simple is this? Yes, the project may be a little bit more difficult, but honestly, just take your time. You're going to be at home doing it. Check it out. Look, I love that plaid, y'all. So get the transfer. Cheese. I hope y'all have a great night. Thank you so much for stopping by. Love, love, love this. This is called Stripes and Plaid stripes and plaid transfer, and you just use the stripes one way, clean it, fuzz it, flip it the other direction, and go that way. So, do you like cherry or do you like the green? All right, y'all, take care. Be good, behave, and always be kind. Bye, y'all.